Hey y'all, it's Elisha and welcome back to Elisha's Crafty Hoplop. It is Wednesday morning, y'all, and I am on to do a project share with you before I get these little ones into the mail. So this is birthday mail for our subscribers, and I made 5 cards, but I also took on Michelle Bastian's Do Something New Each Day. So I did, this is 2 days of crafting I'm about to show you. It's 5 birthday cards, and each day I took on a new challenge. So I'm going to show you the first 3, which are just straight on birthday cards. I can't show you the inside because I didn't think it through, and I already wrote the note inside. So, and I don't want everyone to know I don't want people to know who they're for. So the inside is just plain cardstock with a sentiment stamped and my personal note, just so you know. All right, so when I'm building cards like this, which is like a Maggie crate paper, clean and simple type, I actually don't love using the Hooray paper. I have the Hooray paper, but I find it a little bit flat for the most part. I actually prefer using Willow Lane. So I used pink cardstock for the base, then this is Willow Lane, then another layer of Willow Lane, a piece of the Hobby Lobby. I love mixing Hooray with Hobby Lobby's birthday pack because I find that the Hobby Lobby one has lots of iridescent in it, as you can see. So the cupcake is very iridescent. It has iridescent sprinkles. These are more dimensional, like they're propped up on pop dots. So this is from the Hobby Lobby, and I did stickle up the pink streamers just to give it a little more punch. This is a piece from the Hooray collection, and then this is a balloon dog propped up on foam dots. Then the next one is even more simple. This is a more simple, clean and simple. This is a shaker. This is a Polaroid. There is Maggie paper, but I've covered up most of it. Yeah, this is another shaker. So there's a shaker, it's a party, and then a cupcake, and then this is a piece of Hooray, and it just says treat yourself. Then the next one I really like, it's very girly. This is a Polaroid I cut out using a die cut. I die cut out basically from the Hooray paper collection. A Polaroid, turned it into a shaker, as you can hear. That's a piece from the Hooray ephemera pack that I propped up on foam dots. I did stickle up the candles so that they're a little glittery. This is the balloon dog from Hobby Lobby, 2 layers of Willow Lane, and then this is a piece from Hooray, and then I just added a little pink gemmy from Alina. Now, we're on to the exciting one. So the first thing I did was I wanted to try mixing shabby and modern. Because I told y'all, I love it when my friends, like when Soleil mixes modern and vintage, or when Alice mixes modern with vintage. So I was like, why don't you try shabby with modern? Oh my goodness, I loved this. I loved it, y'all. I loved it. Okay, so this is actually a card for a subscriber, and pink base, blue layer, Prima paper, Prima flowers, some greenery. Yes, look, Cruz, the flamingos made an appearance. I told you they were going to. There's 2 of them right there. More Prima flowers, some greenery. But y'all, guess what this is? That's Magical Forest. And I know that's going to surprise so many of you because I know, lots of people aren't crafting with it because they think it's all autumn colors. But actually, if you look at the palette, it's not necessarily, and you can extract the colors you want, which is what I did. And so I made it into a shaker. Oh, and I really like how this turned out. So this was super fun. So that was challenge number 1. So I was like, okay, try mixing shabby and modern. And I really like how this turned out. And it also made me look at Magical Forest differently. And I'm hoping it's going to make you look at Magical Forest differently too. All right. Well, I talk about the folks who can use one piece of ephemera and can be very judicious. And Michelle was like, try to leave room for the imagination. That was really her message when she was talking about the I can't. And I do see I can't because I struggle with a lot of things, and I'm very upfront with you about what I struggle with because I don't want to give you the impression that I'm a master crafter. So I'm someone who loves crafting a lot and works very hard at getting better at it, but I'm not I think I'm a lifelong learner. That's what I really am. So there are some things that I do struggle with, but I liked her idea of leaving room for the imagination. I thought that was a good way of looking at it. So I was like, okay, so you love this idea of one piece of ephemera. You understand art theory because you teach it. So give it a shot. And I'm so happy with how it turned out. Look at this, y'all. One piece of ephemera. Now, it's a big piece of ephemera, but still, I think that's a first for me. One piece and one little sentiment propped forward on foam dots. I did put in a little tool, but only a tiny bit. It's very judicious. Very clean card for me. This might be the cleanest card I have ever made. One piece of ephemera on one layer of Prima on one layer of cardstock. That's a first, y'all. And I like the card because I had a specific subscriber in mind for this who is a very judicious, clean crafter. So I was like, all right, you can do it. Now, would I do this all the time? Probably not. I really loved the interplay of styles in this. This taught me something. I'm going to be doing this a lot. But I think when I'm making birthday cards, my favorite is to make them sort of like this. But that's okay. Like, the fact is, like, I wanted to learn whether or not I could do this. And that was Michelle's whole point. And I guess I can when I want to. So, and I like the card. That's even more, that makes me even happier. So there you go, y'all. So leave some room for your imagination. You never know where it's going to take you, you know. I'm excited to get these out because I've got entries and birthday mail and all sorts of fun things this week. And I'm hoping that I can, because they're going to be lighter, that maybe I can get them out with the kids' help with the bigger packages. So that's my project share for today. I'll be back on later on with a happy meal. And until then, I wish for you a happy, crafty, and healthy day. All right, y'all. Take real good care. Bye for now.